painted the underside colour, so I used the call out colour. It's FS36622 and H311 is the colour on Mr. Hobby. When I started spraying it, I remembered, it's been probably, I don't know, a few years since I've done a scheme that called for this colour on an aircraft. I don't know why, but this particular paint, because as soon as I was spraying it, it brought back memories. This colour in Mr. Hobby, I bought this bottle new for this project, so it's new, so it's not the one I used before. It seems to take forever to get coverage. I don't know why, whether it's the actual colour or what, so I'm thinking next time round when I'm doing an aircraft for a call out for that colour, I might try a different brand and see if it makes a difference. Anyway, that's my problem, not yours. So now I need to mask hard edged, so I'm going to use Tamiya tape and mask off the grey so I can start the Splinter camo. It's a hard edge from what I can see on it, or on the call out and then pictures I've seen of it. So no problem there, just use a straight line. But once I mask off, I've been thinking about how I'm going to tackle this paint skank. Normally I go light to dark, so I could go spray down the tan colour, but I'm thinking I might do the green first. That's the least amount of colour, mask it off, do the brown, then do the tan last. But I'm not 100% yet how I'm going about it, but because I'm just going to again use Tamiya tape. It's all hard edged, and I'm just going to lay it down once I do a colour. So I thought it would be easier to do the smallest amount, mask it off, and then come in and do the next smallest amount. But see how we go. So I pre-shaded panel lines, rivets, put the green down so it's just rough, and I've gone over where I need to so that I've covered the right area. The colour callouts for the green, for some reason the Splinter camo, they're calling out for olive drab, and on just the normal camo is forest green, I think. Is it? Where is that? Oh, forest green, which is this colour, H309. In the Mr. Hobby range, it's FS34079. So I looked up images of the aircraft, and I'm pretty sure that the Splinter camo is the same as the other one. It's forest green. Olive drab doesn't sound right, so that's what I used. So I'm going to mask off that green now, and then I'll move on to the dark brown. Okay, so I've put this brown down, and it's the correct call out, so it's H37, which is wood brown. So I'm using the right colour, but I think compared to the call out, it looks a bit light. I had a look at the online images of the Iranian Tomcat, and it's definitely light. The actual colour is more chocolate. So I'm going to respray. So I've put down a template anyway. I know where I need to go. I'm going to pre-shade again, and I'm going to go over with, this is mahogany. I might mix a bit of the wood brown into that. So I'll mix up these colours and do a test shot on something to see what I'm happy with as to what ratios, and then I'll go over it again and do it again. Okay, take 2. That's much better colour. Nice darker brown. So I ended up mixing 3 parts H84 mahogany to 1 part H37 wood brown. So it's looking more like the actual aircraft now. So I'll let that, I just finished spraying that, and let that dry off, and I'll give it a clear gloss coat, and then I can mask off the next part of the Splinter pattern. Alright, so here it is masked up ready for the sandy brown. That's about 3 hours work. So again, I'll go over that with the grey primer and then pre-shade back in my panel lines that I've covered up with the brown, the chocolate brown, and then I'll do the sandy brown. Okay, last colour down. So call out for this one was H27 in the Mr. Hobby range, which is tan. There's no FS number on that one, so I can't help you there, but the Hobby Boss use Mr. Hobby and Mr. Colour for their call out. So I've just finished spraying, let him dry off a bit more, and I'll give it a clear gloss coat, and then I'm going to spend the next 3 hours pulling that tape back off, and then I'll have to check for any bleeds and patch up any errors like that. Okay, so I've unmasked it pretty good. I got a few areas I need to touch up where there was some bleed in here. In particular, I had several spots here and there in the place. All I'm going to do is just now, I'll just start with green. I'll just get Tamiya tape, just mask off the areas where I need to touch it in, just give it a quick blast, and then just move along to each area, and then when I've finished the green, then I'll come back and do the chocolate brown. It's starting to come together. It's really like the look of it. I chose a difficult scheme. I could have just done the normal camo, but I wanted to challenge myself. I've never done the only Splinter camo I've done is German World War II aircraft, which I've done heaps of, but this is a bit more complex with the shape of the jet and the pattern. So it was worth the effort. Just a lot of work, that's all, and time. I've started making up these huge bloody rockets, the MIM-23A. I think I looked up images and they use them on rocket launches, so they're not holding back the Iranians with their loadout. So there's several. When I looked up the weapon, I wanted to look up, see what color it was, even though they give you a call out for the they give you 2 in the instructions. One is the live weapon, which is just white, which is boring, and there's a practice weapon which is white with red fins. But I've looked up and I found another one that's just a practice weapon. Is it's got a tan or buff nose, I think it was, and red fins and the white body. I'm probably going to do that one. It just adds colour to the display of the aircraft when it's sitting there.